Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is her previous set and I will go ahead and do a full soak off for her just because it was so thin that we were like, let's just get a fresh start for the most part because I don't really soak her off a lot. So I went ahead and clipped off that little part of her free edge and then I removed most of the bulk, and then I went over her nail with a harsher grit file. This is a Pana 7-in-1 2XC bit, and so it is very coarse. And then after this, I'm going to go in with my 60x60 grit hand file from Nails by Jessica, and then I'm going to go ahead and put her into some acetone. If you're new here, my name's Anisa. Everything I have a link to will be linked to down below in the description, as well as timestamps so you can skip through the video. And typically I have more in-depth videos, which I will always link down below in the cards in case you're wanting to know how to do something that I don't explain very well. Like soak-offs, I have a ton of videos for soak-offs. I actually just did a polygel one, so I'll link that one in the cards, which will be in the description as well. So after I'm done getting the acrylic off of her nails, I'm going to go ahead and push her cuticles back. Then I'm going to go in with a fine grit sanding band and remove the shine from her nail. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply her tips. But I went ahead and did it a little bit backwards. I went ahead and applied her tips first. These are from GZL Beauty, and I used these on her first set. Then I went ahead and clipped these down. Then she said this was too long, so I went ahead and took a magnet down, and that was her perfect length. And then after this, it'll be time for the rest of my acrylic prep. So now I'm going to be removing the shine from my natural nail, which I said I should have done first before I applied the tips. But I'm also going in at the tip, mainly focusing on the tip and blending it into her natural nail because this is a complete freestyle. So I want the freedom to be able to do anything I want to do. And sometimes that little hump makes the acrylic application look a little bit weird, even though I fill it in with a thin clear base layer with acrylic before I even do my design. Sometimes it just helps to get everything on a nice flat surface. After I dust her off, I like to go in with a dehydrator. Any dehydrator will work. I used to use Young Nail Swipe, but I ran out of that and never repurchased it, which is actually a pretty good product. But Mia's Secret Dehydrator works just as good. Any dehydrator will work. If it's a good one, it'll dry like instantly like that, and that'll make sure your actual prep work is done well. And also, this is all in real time. This is primer. It's by Acrylicure, formerly known as Nail It Like Lucy, but she does not sell this product anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do when this runs out, y'all. I think I might go back to Protein Bond, maybe, but I'm using JC Beauty Concepts monomer as well as clear acrylic, and this brush is a size 10 by Pana. There's a lot of good reasons to use a thin clear base layer, but my favorite one is when I go in with gel polish. So I put down a layer of Beetle's Blossom Gel or Blooming Gel. I can't remember which one it's called. And then I went in with a liner brush and my gel polish colors. I'll show you guys them in a minute. And then I end up wiping this off with my skin. You guys, do not do that. Use a glove or something. Do not get any allergies to any products, but you have to wipe this off because it does pull to the sides. So use a glove. Okay, use a glove and make sure it's a proper thickness of glove, not just like a very thin one. It has to be certain thickness, you guys know what's up. But I really loved how this turned out. My mom absolutely loved it. She ended up going to Mexico, but I'll explain that a little bit later. This is Red Rover, Notpolish MG9, Madam Glam, You're the Pink, and Vanillisa White. And this was during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. My mom ended up going to Mexico, and her and my stepdad said the people in Mexico loved her nails. The people that were visiting loved her nails. And so I'm very glad they liked it. She really enjoyed these too. And I'm shocked that she really enjoyed them, because before she went to Mexico, she was trying to get me to change them into a brown gel polish on top because she said it was fall. Mind you, it's Mexico. You're supposed to spice it up a little. And I'm glad I did not change it to brown, and I just left her as is, because she's actually had these nails on a very long time and she still has them on, and it is November 7th or 6th, November 6th. And this video was last edited from me in October 20th. So it's been a long time, you guys. So on her, I think another one of her fingers, I'm going to go ahead and do a marble again, and then that will be ahead. Oh no, so I just marbled the pinky and the middle finger. Then the rest will be solid colors, because I will go in with gel polish after the fact. The video is taking too long for you, or you wish to speed it up, or you wish to slow it down, go ahead and change the speed in the corner, and then you can make it go faster. They keep editing the app, guys. I don't even know, it used to be a gear button, but it's not a gear button anymore. So there's a way to speed the video up all the way to 2 times the speed, and then there's one where you can like make it so it's not 2 times, but it's like 1.95 and all that. So you can do that. And in order to get a better bloom, use more polish. So that's a bit of a tip. And then swirl your brush in it to give it a more marble effect and not just like a color pulling effect. But I like to go in with top coat with the gel polish, because the monomer can actually eat the gel polish really, really bad and make it smear and all that. And I'm going to be doing an ombre over this, so I cannot leave it just open like that. And if you don't want it to slide around, use matte top coat, but I don't have an issue with like the sliding. In fact, I think it helps me get my ombre a little bit better. I will be using Natural Pink by GZL Beauty, and it is a nice pinky nude, and it's very easy, very seamless. And then I'll be doing the rest of her nails solid. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and then I'll be back when it comes to the next step. So to do this design, you do not need the blooming gel or the blossom gel. You can use uncured clear gel polish and go ahead and swirl it on top of that. You can even do uncured like white gel polish or pink gel polish or anything. The key is the gel polish has to be uncured. That way you can blend them together and marble them. So after I encapsulated the marble nails, it's time to file once they're all dry. Fun fact, on her other hand, I forgot to put clear acrylic on literally one of the marble nails. So instead of taking all my acrylic back out, I went ahead and encapsulated the marble nail in hard gel, and it is perfectly fine. It did not peel, it did not chip, and it is still on right now. And like I said, she's had on for a very long time, which this is a very popular technique if you want to learn how to do hard gel, but you don't know how to control it or what it's going to feel like or what it's going to be like. I also am going in with the same 60 by 60 grit hand file again and making sure the acrylic is not stuck to her skin on the sides. And then I'm going to go in with my Pana 5-in-1 drill bit and go ahead and seal her cuticle. My Panda 5-in-1 is not as coarse as it used to be because it's still a fine grit, but it can sometimes leave deep ridges still. So I go in with the sanding. Like to go ahead and redefine her shape as well as shape her free edge, and this is how I like to do it, with it face towards me. That way she can't tell me that it's crooked, it's not straight, it's not square, none of it, because I can see it from the way that she's seeing it. And I'm going in with a pink sponge buffer, and there really was no scratches or anything like that, which I actually don't like because sometimes the top coat can peel off and like turn dull and all that. So I like to go ahead and buff anyways, even though I really didn't have to. And I'm going in with the M09 polish from Notpolish. It's called Kitty Cat, and it comes in a duo with a regular gel polish and a regular nail polish as well. So I called it MG9, but that's because the line is on the back is like removed because I've had this polish for so long. And I actually got this in a mystery bundle. So I've been wearing this color out and it's been over a year, guys. As a little tip, go in with a liner brush and go around the cuticle area. That way you get a nice seamless look and you don't have to like flood the cuticle and do all that stuff that some people say to do to get like a Russian manicure, I guess it's called. And I'm going in with a cleanup brush and some acetone to remove any excess product that is on or near the skin. And here I am going back in and fixing it even more. And then after this, I'm going to go in with her bling. This is Mitzi gel polish, and it is a reflective gel polish. The only thing you need is a reflective glitter base. Well, really just a glitter base. It doesn't have to be reflective, but I like it to be, just because if you see in between the crystals, which you really shouldn't be able to, it's going to be very reflective when you see it in the light, or if a flashlight on it or any kind of light is on it. So it looks very good. She told me she liked to see the shadow of the French tip. Like, so I should have extended it on her other hand. On this hand, I extended it a little bit more because I accidentally didn't cover it up. And she said she liked it more than the one that didn't have anything covering it. I'm going in with LGN bling as well as some bling I got off of Amazon. Particularly that heart is bling I got off of Amazon. It's a purple slash bluey one. This one is, I think, more the purple one, but she really liked that heart, so I went ahead and added it in the corner. And again, everything I have a link to will be linked to down below in the description. And I know some of my bling is from Nailed to the Hustle, my clear bling. That's like really full because I got that after the fact. Because my box fell. So anything that looks very like put together and it's all uniform, like those two, you can barely see it, but it has like purple and blue stones in it. Those are from Amazon, two different like sellers. And yeah, I added it to this box because it had space in it because, like I said, I dropped it. It used to be all nice and uniformed and even, and I messed it up. So if you don't put an entire strip of gel across, you can go ahead and flash cure it with a lamp, like a UV lamp or an LED lamp really quickly. That way your bling does not slide around, or you're going to try and have to rush their hand into the lamp to flash cure it and then add more glue and do the rest. If you already have all the glue on, you're just going to have to try and work as fastly but as neatly as possible. That way your stones do not slide, because once they start slipping and sliding, it's not a good look. You're going to be struggling and trying to work quick. Sometimes I like to put down a layer of top coat over the gel, but sometimes I don't. This was a case that I didn't, but you want to be careful and not try and get any top coat over the bling if you do that, because when I go in and wipe it at the very end, it won't help it at all. But sorry for my head poking through just a little bit. I was trying to see and make sure I got everything, and I keep forgetting to wear my glasses while I do nails sometimes, so I can't see sometimes, but I will be wearing them more often, especially since I got new ones. But same glasses, different lenses. Only flash cure my stones for 30 seconds, just to make sure everything is nice and secure. And then I go ahead and top coat, because I cure my top coat for a minimum of 120 seconds. You can do 90 seconds, but I just do a longer cure to make sure everything is nice and shiny. To go ahead and go around the stones, because if it's a cheap crystal, like these aren't very expensive, but at the same time they still look good. So I don't want to remove any of the facets and make it kind of look flat. But if it's more expensive looking, because you can buy like high quality rhinestone crystals and you have to put in like a particular cut on like Amazon or AliExpress or anything like that, if you put top coat on it, it ruins the facets and it looks very not good. So don't do that, because even if you put on the cheap ones, the top coat flakes off of those stones because they're not buffed, because they're stones. And yeah, so just be careful with that, because like I said, I will go in and clean them up with some alcohol. I was using the Macart Precision Glue Gel to apply the stones. And then for my top coat again, I was using Hype rubber top coat, and I cured it for a longer cure time because it is thicker even though it's clear. And just in general, even if it's Beetles top coat or anything that's thinner, I like to cure it for a full like 90 to 120 seconds, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's the cuticle oil. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Everything I have a link to will be linked down below in the description, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.